let's talk about our topic of the week. I've kind of been going back and forth about what I wanted to talk about, but I saw a really timely post yesterday that kind of struck me, and it's something I talk about all the time when I go out and do board training. And I think that, and I've seen it in action, so I think it's important to share it this week. So let's talk about it, shall we? I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know what board of directors needs to hear this, but bring this video to them and press play right here. Your development director is not responsible for raising 100% of the funds that you need. That is not the job of your development director. Yes, your development director is there to help with the strategy. Yes, your development director is there to facilitate you in your responsibility to bring in the resources that your organization needs to fulfill their mission. Yes, your development director will take on certain tasks that are only their responsibility and not the responsibility of the board. They will absolutely take a much more active role than you will. However, they are one human being. They cannot do the job of 5 to 12 people or 20 people or how many people you have on your board. Your job is to go out and make sure that your organization has the resources that they need, whether that's relationship building, whether that's actually going out and asking people for money. It is also your responsibility. If your organization has a campaign and you are not participating in it, whether it's a fundraising campaign, an event, whatever it is, if you're not participating in it and it fails, that's on you. That's on you. That's not on the efforts of your development person. If they are putting 150% into it, that's 50% too many. You got to pick up the slack. If it's successful, that's despite you. You've got to participate. I talk about this in my book. You don't have to be the one that asks for the money, but you do have to go out there and you do have to build relationships for your organization. You do have to help people. You have to be an ambassador for your mission. If you're not yelling it from the rooftops how passionate you are about your organization's mission, you are doing a disservice to your organization, and maybe the board is not the place for you. It is okay to say that. It's okay to say that, but you've got to participate in fundraising in some way. It's not acceptable to leave your development director hanging. Development work is a very high turnover position. And why is that? Because development people do not get the support that they need. They're doing too many jobs, they're wearing too many hats, and they burn out. Give them the support you need. Also, if you need a little bit more motivation to support your development director, as I just said, it's a high turnover job, and you don't want your development director to own all of your donor relationships. Think about your development director is the only one that has relationships with your donors, and they walk out the door. What are you going to do? You have got to participate in fundraising. You've got to share that responsibility. Find a way that works for you. Go talk to your development director. Find a way that works for you. You don't have to ask for money, but you do have to help. And that is our topic of the week this week. Can you tell it's something I'm incredibly passionate about? Let's go, boards. Let's get involved in fundraising. Let's do it. It's not hard. It can actually be really fun, and it can be done in a way that you feel good about, that makes sense for you, that you feel comfortable with, and that helps your organization. You're all pieces of the puzzle. If you're not participating, you got one puzzle piece trying to complete the whole puzzle. Does that sound right to you? I don't think so. All right, that's this week's topic of the week. If you have a question, or again, if you've got a celebration that you want to share with us on What's Good Wednesday, send it our way at Wednesday at Be What's Good. And again, you can always find our show and find me at BeWhat'sGood.com. And you can watch the show anytime on Facebook or YouTube at Be What's Good. And find us on LinkedIn at What's Good LLC. Of course, I got to do a little plug for my itty bitty book. It is available on Amazon. I hope you'll check it out. It makes a great gift for your board of directors, and we talk a lot about their responsibility to fundraise. So it is actually pretty timely with our topic of the week. There's a lot in there and a lot of actionable ideas for how your board can become involved in fundraising in a way that makes sense for them. So I hope you'll check that out on Amazon. All right, folks, thank you so much for another What's Good Wednesday. We can't wait to see what's good in the week ahead, and have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.